Gan Thiam Poh.
Chairman, to minimize our carbon emissions from land transport, we need to have more people using the public transport system as their preferred or default mode of travel. MRT and buses are the greenest, cleanest, and most efficient people mover. Does the ministry have the latest updates on the usage of our MRT and buses? What are our targets for public transport utilizations as compared to other travel modes in 5 and 10 years' time, respectively? What measures and incentives will MOT implement to enable Singapore to reach these targets? The COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated an adoption of flexi work and work from home. Working arrangements and commuting trends has been affected significantly. How does MOT assess the impacts of this new circumstance on our public transport usage in the near future, and what are the plans to adapt the operations of our MRT and buses to the new norm? The government has announced the expansion plan for MRT network. In view of the pandemic and change in commuting patterns, would our public transport infrastructure investments still be viable and financially sustainable? What are the projections for other financial outlays, such as maintenance and replacement works, which need to be paid by the government to keep our public transport system going? As MOT introduced new MRT lines and bus services, fares has been kept affordable. However, this also meant that fare revenue could not keep pace with cost increases. The government has been subsidizing bus and rail fares and operations heavily. What are the subsidy projections for the next few years? Government funds are finite, and the subsidies cannot keep increasing. We need a system that is both affordable for all to use and is sustainable for us to run. All us, commuters, operators, government, had to play our parts for public transport system to work and work well. Can we rely on technology to achieve this? Presently, transport demand is unevenly spread between peak and non-peak periods. We have apps for people to check bus schedule and arrivals. Perhaps some forms of pre-booking may be helpful for operators to optimize trips, improve efficiency, and cut down wastage. Commuters can be incentivized to pre-inform with discount on fares, for example. The greater the adoption of such apps utilization, the better the match between operators and commuters, a win-win situation and a much more sustainable way to move around. Finally, I would like to request that we should always have a core network of bus routes, even though there will be some duplication with certain MRT routes to serve as a buffer in events of any MRT breakdowns. This provision is to deal with the just-in-case situations we can potentially leave thousands of commuters without transport. The advantage of buses is that they are flexible and their routes can be easily adapted for contingency and emergencies. Thank you.